Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, everybody? I go by the name Dragon, the Waifu King, and welcome back to Eternally Relate. Wow, I messed up the title. Eternally return into eternal return to learn it. No, I messed it up again. Eternally return into learn eternal return. Okay, so this is a series where I just go over information about the game, and we just kind of figure out how to play it. And I've decided to add patch notes to this series. I think it's important that we briefly look over them and try our best to understand what's going on in the patch notes. Today is the start of season 3. This is patch note 0.38.0 August 5th, 2021. So let's go ahead and read through it and try to comprehend as much of it as we can and internalize the changes and go forward with the advantage over people who haven't read the patch notes. I think it's really important to read them. So we'll start with sound the alarms. Season 3 is here. Join me, your best friend, Aesop, as I guide you through all the changes. Join me, your best friend, Dragon, the Waifu King, as I guide you through all the changes and new stuff we have coming your way. Let's go! Alright, patch note changes weapon. Omni Siphon has been added as a unique passive. Unlike Lifesteal, that originally only heals off basic attacks, Omni Siphon heals based on all damage dealt, excluding trap damage, healing for 50% less effective from AoE damage. Omni Siphon is a new type of life regen steal in the game, and I am curious if Omni Siphon will completely replace life steal. Let's take a look real quick at a yo, what's up, Zella? Let's take a look real quick at an item. We'll go to weapons. We're looking for Lifesteal or Omni Siphon. It's added as a unique passive. Wait, is it a unique passive? So you can have both, perhaps. Which items have Omni Siphon? Well, we will figure it out as we go through it. I haven't slept drinking all night. Oh, snap. Sounds like a good time. Table of contents, new stuff, blah 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 blah. So quick look, we're getting buffs to we're getting buffs to Nate the Palm, Nikki, Rio, William, Jukai, and Kathy, as well as to a plethora of items here. Anyone that look very familiar to me. Looks like the Jolly Roger's getting a buff. And we have nerfs to Leon, thank goodness. Lee Dylan, Sua, oh man, and Alex. And we got a nerf to a few guns. We got, Butler suit's getting nerf. Laced Quiver's getting nerf, and all the feather items. And things that are getting adjusted, Luke is getting changed. And all these items are getting changed. New items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 new items to the games of this patch. Alright, so let's take it off from here. Season 3 has begun. Start climbing. We've given you a sneak peek of the Season 3 rewards. Cadet Hygiene. Your MMR will be soft percent based on your preseason ranking. Season 2 rewards will be given out. Gold or higher. In Mode 1, you get Cadet Sua, which is a really nice looking skin. Gold or higher in 2 modes. Golden Nice emote, and Platinum or higher in 1 mode, you get the Wilson emote. Very nice. Gold or higher in 1 mode. What does that mean exactly? Is there... Oh, okay, so 1 mode. So you got solos, duos, and squads. So this is the Wilson Be Groovin' emote and the Golden Nice. It's actually pretty nice. Sad I might never get this emote because I haven't played ranked yet. New character Jan. Damn, this dude look like a beast. Oh, you're approaching Jan. Yo, this is a JoJo reference. There's a JoJo reference in the patch notes. hilarious. Lumia's kickboxing contender Jan is ready to break some bones on Lumia Island. Jan will cost 9,900 A-coin for 2 weeks, and he will be available in ranked matches starting from Sunday, August 8th at 11 p.m. Unyielding. Oh, we're going over his moves. Unyielding passive. Jan gains a stack of unyielding each time he deals damage. When he has a... You know what? We're not going to look over his moves. We'll look over his moves when he is... like when we have him, and we have a whole episode dedicated to this character. But yeah, neat character. Next is new skins and emotes. We got combat medic Kathy, goddamn looking good, and bartender Luke also looking hella nice. Not gonna lie, I can't imagine this would look that great in game, but I guess we'll see. And some new Yuki emotes will be available for purchase. If Yuki's your main, you want to throw up one of these faces when you're in trouble, you go ahead. System wild animal timer. What is this? There's a timer on the animals now. So for the last eternally returning to learn eternal return, I was harping on remembering when the animals will respawn. Well, now there's an animal timer. Showing the time before animals spawn should allow for more strategic movement. All right, so you walk by and you can see how much longer you have until the animal spawn. Very nice. Enabling the overlay by pressing the Alt or toggling the overlay by F8 will show you the remaining spawn time for wolves and bears. So just wolves and bears, which are kind of the most important. They do drop RNG items that can help you transition in late game. The overlay will only work for areas with vision and will not display timers for animals out of vision. So maybe perhaps you would, if you want to keep track of when dogs will be back, you could leave a camera there, and then you can not only just see when they pop up, but also be able to check the area and see what the timer has to say. Zoom in feature. Get close up and personal with your favorite characters. Oh, you can now use the mouse wheel to zoom in. Try it when you have a closer look at your test subjects or Lumia Island if you want to challenge yourself to some crazy POV. That's interesting. Should we test that out? Let's go ahead. We'll keep reading while we load up a practice mode, but we will take a look at it. We'll zoom in. We'll take a look at these legs. Hold on, no. We'll do the non-skin for this one. And fire it up. Navigation. Pathfinder system improvement. Controlling characters will feel smoother. Fix an issue where characters will not take the shortest path to their destination due to navigation meshes. We improved the pathfinding precision algorithm to reduce stuttering while moving. I can't say I experienced too much of that, but it's definitely possible. I will maybe run around through a couple zones and see if I feel like the game's moving any different when this practice mode loads up. LP low placement calibrations. So what does that mean? It is not entirely accurate to say that the difference between 18th and 17th place is due to a skill difference. Fair enough. We're expanding the existing low placement calibration from gold to platinum. Okay. In solos, LP for 17 and 18th place will now be calculated as 16th place for platinum or higher. Duos LP for 9th will now be calculated at 8th place for platinum or higher. And calibration for gold or lower will stay the same with a slightly higher calibration rate. Do your best. Just continue to do your best. Try not to be 17th or 18th in placement when you play the game. You wouldn't have to worry about this too much. Order ping. New order pings are for better communications in team mode. Oh, what is that? What is this little menu that's popping up? Ooh. All right, control plus left click drag can be used for order pings. Yes, daddy, I like this. We'll check it out. Oh, we're in Lumia Island. So real quick, let's finish reading this. Communications such as where are we going, let's grow up, and I need food are now available through pings. Perfect. That kind of opens up the game a lot too. Did you guys see that? Yo. Yo. I've never seen the game like this before. Wow. This is wild. Look at this. This is gonna be great for my videos. I really like this. Can you actually play the game like this though? Wow. This looks so cool. I guess I'll have to kill this chicken. Yeah. You know what this would be great for? Like RP. Like trying to survive. You gotta get some trash, you gotta dig. Wow. It would be cool if I could rotate the camera around. Oh, and I can see inside buildings, clipping into buildings. I can see the model through the wall, which is nice. This would be good for some like video production, I suppose. Running through Lumia Island. Wow. This is so cool. This is really cool. I've never seen the game, so I think about here is the angle you normally play the game at. Now it's hard to tell. And then we can even zoom out a little further and get a higher top-down perspective. Wow, this whole thing's changed for me now. All right. Kill bonus for team modes. Oh no, and the communication pings. Let's take a look at that. So control, left click, control plus left click drag. There it is. Where to? Where are we going next? Join up. Join up. Wait. Got it. Got need food. So it's really just quick commands that go to chat. There's no on-screen indicator. I would have liked an on-screen indicator, like a little food icon pop up above her head. But to be fair, if you're playing in teams or squads or whatever, and you're using these, it's probably because you're not in the same area. I mean, the first one is join up. Control right click, and you got these little sayings. So game's getting a little better every day. What's next? Kill bonus for team modes. We're adding bonuses for killing other players in team modes. HP and SP regen could prove to be too snowbally in team modes, so starting with just the timers first. Confirming a kill grants 5 seconds of detonation timer to all alive players. Whoa! That's new. Some extra red timer? Huh. No bonuses are granted when downing enemies. So you have to kill them. You can't just down them. Was there a killing bonus in the game for red timer prior to this? I will have to keep my eyes out for that. Alpha and Omega improvements. Alpha and Omega will be appearing in more locations and will grant a detonation timer boost for slaying Omega to promote killing Omega in a restricted area. Oh, so if they're spawned and the zone is closed, the devs want you to still go get them. Go get them. And then you get some of your red timer back and you get, your force core or whatever item you're looking for. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Opens up the floor for, late game. If that zone is closed, you're not just effed. Factory has been added to Alpha and Omega spawn points. Factory's down at the bottom of the map. Alpha and Omega are now always displayed on the minimap. Tree of Lives are also always displayed. Killing Omega will generate your HP, SP, and detonation timer. All teammates will receive bonuses in team modes. Very cool, very cool. This is now looking like I kind of want to go grab it. Because if you get the bonus in the team mode and get to like the last zone and you build traps, I guess you could just outweight the other person in the dead zone, right? Or does it last forever? Sorry. Killing Omega will regenerate your SP and HP to all general, and then that's how much you'll get in each one of the modes. In solos, you will be getting 7 seconds of detonator timer. In duos, you'll be getting 6 seconds. In squad, you'll be getting 4 seconds. As well as 10 SP per level by percentage, or 10 HP and SP per level by percentage. Accelerating influx parameter improvements. It's getting better. Very nice. These are the little lines, not the lines, the little gates you pass through going from one zone to the other that makes you run faster. Okay, we definitely heard you. We'll focus on boosting survivability in the early game, but keeping the late game less of a chase fest. Parameters will not regen after day 2. Oh wow, they nerfed the strat. There was a strategy where you could just kind of run around in circles and just keep collecting the speed boosts, and people just couldn't catch you. But now it seems like they will not be back after day 2, so that is not a strategy you can use in the late game. Accelerating influx parameters will behave as usual on day 1. Acceleration influx parameters used on day 2 and beyond will not reappear after use. So they'll still be there unless somebody walks through it. Accelerating influx parameters that are not used during day 2 or later will remain as active. Player profile customization. Ooh. Customize your profile. Make it feel like home. I'm interested. Let's take a look. Are we done looking at in-game mechanics? We'll take a look at it in a minute. Icons, borders, backgrounds can be selected. You can currently select your rewards for last season. New icons, backgrounds, borders are being prepared for events or purchases in the future. The set player profile is displayed during the rank match loading screen. Oh. Because right now we just have the loading screen that's just that image. Camera installation during actions. Easier warding on the move. So it looks like she's running. She's dropping wards while she's picking up stuff. She's not stopping. Installation. A camera no longer cancels commands such as movement or collecting. Very nice. Very nice. Wards on the go. More consecutive interactions are now possible with the delay gone. Save you a little bit of time. Cameras and drones can also be used during Hyperloop after use effects. So you open up that Hyperloop, the little starts coming down, and you can drop a camera right before you teleport out of there. Some skills are now usable on camera drones. We plan to include other skills in this pool in the future, so there's new ways to hit them. And crafting cameras and drones now gives you search mastery instead of trap mastery. Yeah, sure. Okay, we'll take it. Game results chatting. Game results chatting. Keep it PG, ladies. Yo, there's so much going on in this patch. You can now chat with all players in the lobby during the game results screen. However, players who are still in game or close to the results screen cannot see chat. Wow, so we can get salty now. Okay, so the toxicity levels of this game are going through the roof. Stocks, invest, they're going high. Too damn high. I don't know, I'm trying to think of all the memes I can come up with. Very interesting. I'm curious to see that. I don't think I'll have enough time to load up a game to check it out right now, though. Other improvements. Fix a number of blind spots all over Lumia Island caused by recent vision system changes. There are now 5-second warning screen before leaving forfeiting a game. Adding a... Oh, good. So you don't just... Your neck just doesn't explode immediately. Say you accidentally hit the quit game button. Fair. Add a button to copy custom game room codes. Copy custom game room codes. Okay. Overall improvement for optimizations have been processed. The current optimization problem regarding frame drops are difficult for us to replicate due to the varying results across different computers. Although we've made some improvements, we need a wide investigation for specific hardware or situations to resolve the issues. Please report any frame drop issues that you may find, and we'll do our best to solve the problem. We're currently working on extra optimization fixes and hope that we push them out through a hot fix next week. So, on my computer that's not as strong as the one I have right now, Eternal Return does not run as good as League of Legends. On my strong computer, they both run really good, but on my weaker computer, Eternal Returns just doesn't feel like it's optimized as well. And so, these changes are very welcomed. I hope that they manage to fix that a little bit. Alright, now we're going to do some character changes. Not really a character point, but normal attacks have been reworded to basic attacks. Okay, good. I'm used to using the word auto attacks for these attacks, but basic attacks also is very easy to understand. Normal attack. So does that mean it's now extra basic attack damage? Instead of ENAD, EBAB, EBAD, EBAD. Oh damn! I shouted you, EBADdy. Okay, let me go play around. Nathan Pop. Nathan Pop shows a strong presence in the early game, but tends to fall off in the late game. We're buffing his per level stat, but adjusting his damage for team modes where he is already a big threat. His cost is going down. His attack power is going up 0.2 per level. His defense is going up 0.3 per level. His Q ability slows even more, and his attack speed and gives attack speed reduction for a short time. You hit the Q and then you auto. Nikki forgot to do her yoga, so she gets angrier quicker, short-tempered. Calm duration from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. Alright, Leon, we've changed the damage type to avoid Leon having too much of an advantage via extra skill damage builds. Torpedo passive, so human torpedo, his passive. Damage type change from skill damage to true damage. Damage from 5, 10, 15, plus 20 attack power percentage, yada yada yada. What does this mean? So the skill damage buff items don't work as much. True damage should cut through their defensive abilities, I believe. How does true damage work in this game? Pretty sure it cuts through defensive abilities. But does that make it ENAD? I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it. Luke mini rework is here naturally with skill changes. We have to adjust the numbers. So Luke is changing, and a lot of his numbers are changing to adjust for it. So be ready. I don't know the Luke mini rework. I don't really use Luke, so it's hard for me to be able to tell the difference. Li Dailin silence made her a bit too big of a threat, and the decrease of her silence duration will give her enemies better windows of counterplay. So Li Dailin's getting a little nerf. Rio can take a look into some more critical strike builds. I believe this was a buff or a nerf to Rio, giving her access to more critical strike builds. A buff. Critical strike as opposed to ENAD. Critical strike will do more damage to high health pool characters. Defense reduction. Okay. Sua, kind of like Li Dailin above. Sua's blind was tough to counterplay. This should make it less oppressive. So her W blind ability is being reduced by fractions of a second. And her RW, which I don't think I've ever used, her RW also is going down. So it's still W. It's just a second cast. So you can blind them and then recast the blind? Can you? No. Unless you use no abilities. for the time that that blind is going, you probably won't be able to. Something to look at when we get to Sua. Jukai. Mr. Chef is getting a slight boost for the cooking. Slight boost for cooking a lot. Juggernaut Chef, his passive 100 stack bonus attack power is going from 15 to 20. Excellent. I don't play Jukai, but we'll get around to him. He's probably going to be the last character we play, unfortunately. Alex, a lot of stuff for Alex here. We're adjusting Alex's overall playstyle and toning down his strength a bit. His skill amplification build that revolves around his EMP barrage is slightly problematic. So we planned some structural changes for the next patch and are tweaking his team mode adjustments for now. Lots of changes there. If you're Alex main, check it out. William, the fireball has some high SP costs. We'll have him sliding all over the place late game. Okay, so SP costs are going down a lot. Interesting. Kathy, the doctor is getting some small buffs to make up for the preseason critical strike changes. Okay, she's getting additional critical strike in her kit and some extra damage. And then we have our weapon changes for Season 3 weapon changes. Omni Siphon has been added as a unique passive. Unlike Lifesteal that originally only heals off basic attacks, all damage, including track damage, provides healing through Omni Siphon. Interesting. We'll have to look at that and see what moves have Omni Siphon. I don't even know which weapons have it. All items. Smolder. And we're going to pull up the weapons so you can get a look at them and maybe help familiarize yourself with the weapons as we go through the changes. You can see it as you're running around and be like, oh, that one's a little bit better now. Maybe it goes into my build. Maybe I could be the first person to discover that this is actually a broken item. Maybe not, but you never know. So first item on the list, Smolder. Is it an item? Smolder. Oh, it's per character. Right? Yeah. And it is a all item. What? How do I... What is this item? Smolder. All items, Smolder. Am I spelling it wrong? Huh. Let's click on all the items. I don't know what that is. We'll move on. Gloves. The glove changes the shatter shell gauntlet. This one here. Movement speed is being decreased. All right. And the Bloodwing knuckles are the maximum HP is being increased. These two items do not have anything to do with each other, it seems. Just changing gloves around a bit. I don't play any glove characters, so I can't comment on it. But when it's one of the items that build into other items, it's really micro play. Like, you have to know where you are at that point and to decide if it's someone that, if you're in a position to fight. The Devil's Marksman is getting stronger. We're getting a 10 plus attack power, but we are losing some extra skill damage. So that means it's going to do more on autos, but when you hit that Q with Aya, it's going to do a little less damage. Elegance. Well, it might balance out. I'm not sure. It will do less damage to people who have defense stats. Elegance. Vision range is increasing. All right. The elegance is this pistol here. This final weapon here builds out a feather duster and the FN57, and it is getting it's getting less vision range. Guitar, the Satisfaction here, one of Heart's weapons. Lifesteal is going up to 24%, And the purple haze is getting skill amplification, is also getting a little buffy buff. So heart is getting a buff. I don't think they mention it in here, right? It doesn't say heart's getting a buff, but two of her guitars are. So technically heart's getting a buff. Like, she's the only character that uses them. So very nice. Let's see. Axes. Pull the game back up. Wait, it close on me. So for axes, the Santa, this little scythe one, this is what I was going to try to use. Has that attack range ability on it. Attack power is going up to 105. Oh, I was gonna use it for the lifesteal, and they just took it out of the game. They just straight up took it out of the game. Your max HP is going up, and the attack power is going up. So you do a little more damage. You get a little bit more health. You get a little longer, but no more lifesteal. Or has lifesteal been removed as a move entirely? It looks like it. Some of these other changes is just lifesteal being removed. So. The scythe, is it just scythe? So you have the Reaper scythe, which does the Reaper scythe build into the scythe? The Reaper scythe builds into the scythe. Interesting. Okay. It's losing skill amplification. And it's gaining skill amp per level. So it's losing its 10 flat and gaining per level. At level 10, you'll be back there. And beyond level 10, it'll be even stronger. And the harp, which is this legendary item, builds out of the Jolly Roger and the gigantic axe. I think Jolly Roger's getting a buff, wasn't it? Oh, so lifesteal is still around. The harp is still going to have lifesteal. Swift Strikes. A new passive. Fully charged after 24 movement. Fully charged after 20 movement. So as Swift Strikes, you gain a stack of Swift Strike for every 0.2 meters you move up to 100. Your movement speed will increase based on how many stacks you have. And basic attacks consume all of the stacks and deal a bunch of extra damage on the first hit that you run into the enemies. And it will slow them. Very cool effect. Next is the assault rifle, type 95. It's getting nerfed. I think it just got buffed too. It's getting nerfed. It's going from 87 to 84 damage. We'll go to hammers. The Peace Bringer, which is legendary item, builds out of the Black Stag hammer and a VF blood sample. Is having its lifesteal removed, and it's gaining Omni Siphon. So it's losing its 20% lifesteal that you would get health back from your basic attacks, and it's getting Omni Siphon, which is going to give you health with every attack that you land. I would be interested in running this on Sua now that she's going to get health off all her skills. Hammer of Dagda. I don't think I've ever built this. Hammer of Dagna, the Black Stack Hammer, and the Saint's Relic. We are getting a HP regen reduction. A little less of that. And extra basic attack damage is going up. Extra basic, so they did change it to extra basic attack damage. It is now called EBAD. Damn, she a EBADdy. Damn, girl. Oh, look at Fiora. She a EBADdy right now. Look at my EBADdy builds. Someone better make a EBAD build. Anyways, Bat Full Swing is the D skill. These D skills are being changed. So the Bat's D skill, Full Swing, looks like the damage is being reduced. Yep, damage is being reduced, and the knockback range is being reduced, and the stun duration is being increased. That is the worst part about it. So you don't get knocked back as far, but you get stunned for a wee bit longer. And that's what you don't want the most. Crossbow. The expulsion shot, the D skill. Damages. Here, can I pull up what I'm talking about? Can we go to a bat character? Who's a bat character? Do you play bats, guy? Yes, and then hit up skills and show the D skill. So this right here. When he hits you with this bat, you will not fly back as far. But if you get hit into a wall, you get stunned for longer. Okay. And the next D skill that's changing is the crossbow, which I believe Nadine uses. And we'll go to skills. We'll take a look at what the crossbow does. Shoots you back, another knockback attack. The damage power is being increased. This move is getting better. Very nice. The nunchaku, who I believe Lee Dailin plays. Well, I've learned so much about this game, and since I've started this series, and we've only made like 4 of these videos. The nunchaku. Oh no. We're looking at items. So the Cerberus is getting a buff. This went from 80 to 120% attack power to 100 and 150. So this is getting a nice little chunky chunk. New nunchucks in the game. The Hydra. These are the first legendary nunchucks. Well, actually, I have no idea. Are there any Yep, these are the first legendary nunchucks. They build off of Bleeder and the VF blood sample, and they give you 100 attack power and 15% Omni Siphon. So with Lee Dailin, you're just smashing, you're hitting with all your moves, your Q, and you're healing. Very nice. Two-handed sword. We gotta change here to the Levadian. If I said that right. Built out of the true Samadhi fire and the Shamshir. It's getting a nerf. The attack power is going down and the attack speed buff is being reduced. Oh, and here's Smolder. So it's getting weaker. It's losing attack speed. So all you get from building this item is 60 attack power and Smolder. Let's check out what Smolder does. Basic attacks apply smoldering for 4 seconds, stacking up to 4 times. Okay. Smoldering deals true damage equal to 1% of the enemy's max HP per second. Alright, so if the enemy has 100 health and you hit them, they'll take 1 damage per second, which doesn't seem like quite a lot. If you hit them 4 times, they'll take 4 damage per second for 4 seconds. So after you actually attack them, you attack, let's say it did 30 damage. You attack them 4 times, 30, 30, 30, 30. It's 120, so we need more health than that for this attack. But you do that 120 damage, and you also do an additional 4. You do more, so it stacks up. So it starts with the first hit, and then you hit the second one, and the first and the second one stack up. So it's kind of hard to give you an exact number of how much damage you'll do. But at full stacks, every second you'll be hitting for 16 extra damage. I don't know. I'm not entirely, but it's just a bunch of extra bleed. It looks like extra bleed damage, right? It's true damage based on 1% of their max HP, so that they'll have like 2,000 HP, so they're really going to be taking, what's 1% of 2,000? Like 20? My brain. Oh, all right, whatever. You can do the math, but that's what Smoldering does. The sniper rifle changes. What we got here? The D skill is changing. All right, so we will come here to skills. Oh, I messed that up. Come here to skills. The D skill, if you're unfamiliar, this is what the D skill for snipers look like. It's called ballistic advantage. damage type change from skill damage to cellular damage. Okay. Crippling shot, D1 damage. I can't remember what cellular damage is again. I think we looked it up one day. From skill damage to cellular damage, crippling shot is going to become way stronger, about twice as strong, and dead to rights. Attack power is 100 to 200% based on the target's missing HP. And that's changing to 225 to 4. Wow, this skill's getting much stronger. So if you are a sniper player, this, I don't know, maybe this becomes like your main killing move. Camera. Damage to summons 2 to 3. So now, what is it now? Does it take 3 hits to kill a camera? Okay. Whip. Got a new whip. Why is this stuff out of order? The bloody Nine Tails, which is a legendary whip item. Lifesteal has been removed. Gets Omni Siphon for 15%. So you get less Omni Siphon than you would for lifesteal because you are now healing off of all of your skills as well. Tonfas. We got some changes to the plasma. The plasma Tonfa. This looks like a plasma Tonfa. Built from the Ryuku Tonfa and the laser pointer. Vision range is being reduced. We have a new weapon. The Obsidian. Ooh, new legendary. New legendary Tonfa built from the police, baton, and a force core. 75 attack power and 50 defense. Okay. And throw. Looks like a spear, huh? We got a new weapon. Who uses spears? Who's in this game using spears? Let's throw weapons. Chat, help me out. No worries. Well, we do have a new one. Built from Short Spear and the Marksman's Handbook. This looks like it's a middle item, still early game stuff. And the item that it builds into. The Astrape. Epic. Builds from Pilium and glass pieces. You have 24 max ammo. So spear is a projectile weapon. Charging time 3 seconds. Attack power 64. Critical strike chance 24. Critical strike damage 11. So it's crit strike build. Item. And your attack range is being increased by 0.5. In the bow, we have the D skill is changing. Real quick before we look at the D skill, let's look at the item that's changing. This is legendary item here. The attack speed buff is being removed. The attack speed, and you're getting attack speed per level instead. Was 10%. So at level 10, you will be getting what you got before. But you're also losing the 20% lifesteal and gaining 10% Omni Siphon. And the bow skill is changing. Nadine uses the bow. We'll go to skills. The bow skill. What does it do? Oh, that's the one where you shoot in the air and the arrows land and they do damage and slow you. And that is now outer damage is decreasing. All right. And the center damage is decreasing. And the cooldown is increasing. So this D skill is just getting nerfed all around. It's just they said it was way too strong. All right. We are now into the armor changes. So first we got the Rider's Jacket. This defense is going down. So it'll be worse early game. The Rocker's Jacket, which is what the Rider's Jacket builds into. This defense is going down significantly. Out of combat movement speed is being reduced. Oh no, sorry. Out of combat movement speed is being removed entirely. Okay. It's getting a new movement speed, so it's you're just gonna get flat extra movement speed all the time. Less defense, more movement speed. I don't know. I don't know. A whole 10 less defense too. I don't know who builds it or what situation, so I can't really comment too much on how it affects gameplay, but it's good to know. Butler suit, movement speed is being reduced by 0.02. Doesn't seem too crazy. I wish I had, like, you know how like all of the characters get a little description about why they're changing them. I wish the items did as well. Ooh, it is already 7. Running low on time. The cabana is getting a change. That is this legendary what's this, the chest piece? It's a legendary chest piece. The skill amplification is going from 20 to 22%. Let's see. A new item, Deacon robes. It's an early game item. New, let's see, gives you 95 HP and 4 extra skill damage. The cardinal robes, also a new early item. Oh no, this is a final build item. Gives you 280 HP, some HP regen, and some extra skill damage. So these robes are extra skill damage items in case you have a skill heavy character. Another new chest piece is the Holy Orders. This is a new legendary build from the Deacon robes and Force Core. And this will give you plus 375 HP, so a lot more than the cardinal robes. 16 extra skill damage, so twice as much as the cardinal robes, and some crit damage reduction instead of HP regen. So this is just a straight up upgrade from that other item. And then we have the chain pow, which is a new new epic item built from the Q-Pow and the flower liqueur. Gives you 20 attack power, 10 defense, 24 attack speed, and 2 SP regen. Okay, cool. Haven't done our item video yet, so I don't know how to compare these things properly. That's okay, we can familiarize ourselves with them. Next item is the Draupnir, which is this armband here, builds from the gold bracelet and the bracer. Its defense is getting increased. This item is getting better. Let's take a look at our legs. The Maverick Runners. Tenacity is going up. Unique passive reduces crowd control effect by 25%. So if you're running these shoes and somebody hits you with a slow, you're like, nah, son, I'm still out of here. Maybe good for a character that doesn't have a escape move. Boots of Hermes builds from Force Core and Heelys. Look at the Heelys. Boots of Hermes is getting a tenacity increase, much like the other one, so it's even better. At avoiding a CC, and the glacial shoes are getting a change. These legendary items built from glacial ice and repair slippers. The glacial shoes, the movement speed is going up. Out of combat movement speed is being removed. So just overall, you're faster all the time. Extra skill damage is going down by 8. And you get a new extra damage per level is going up. You're getting 0.5 per level. Extra skill damage per level. So you're losing just the flat extra skill damage, but you get it per level. Okay. Better item later in the game. Next we have the head pieces. The Helm of Bannet. Banneret. Helm of Banneret built from the close helm and rubber. How is that an image of rubber? I always thought this was like electrical tape. Huh. Helm of Burnett is getting an increase in defense and a decrease in movement speed. And the Mithril Helm is getting a decrease in movement speed, but an increase in attack speed. Mithril Helm just got a little better. Very nice. All right. Feathers, I believe, are getting nerfed. Feathers' movement speed is going down by 0.02. Super minimal. But, I mean, if you're really trying to min-max, maybe putting something else in your accessory instead of a feather, early game may be a better idea. Feather Dusters also going down. That's this here. And the Laced Quiver, which that builds into, is also going down in movement speed. Not by a lot, but it is going down in movement speed. The Hawkeye is gaining attack power as an accessory, and the range is the attack range is being reduced. It's called Hawkeye though. Why would they reduce the attack range? Whatever. Jolly Roger, not as swift strides. What? The Jolly Roger is an accessory. I think I want it. I think I want to start building this. Maybe it's not a good one, but I like the thought. This extra lifesteal and the swift strides. You just run up on someone and hit them hard. I don't know why. I just really want to try it. Fully charges after 24. Now it fully charges after 20 meters. So you get that passive, that speed boost, and that extra damage much quicker. Consumables. Carp bread. This little fish looking bread is now healing for more. Very nice. Eat the carp bread. That is bread and carp. Easy to make. Can make it in Uptown. If you start in Uptown, I suppose for $5.50, I don't know if it's worth it. But it could be an early game food if you are looking for taking early game fights or need that protection. Honey cod steak right here is getting nerfed. That was honey and cod. I thought this item was really good. It's getting nerfed 50 HP, but you now get 2 of them instead of 1. So not terrible. But you need, does this mean you need 2 of each to make 2? So it's still 1 of each? I don't know, whatever. Whiskey bourbon. I can't spell. The whiskey bourbon is getting a increase as well. That is whiskey plus chocolate. You're getting 480 HP. It used to just be 400. Super easy to build. I believe you can build these completely in Uptown as well. Yep, there's the whiskey. There's the bourbon. You can get them if you're going from hotel to archery range. Archery Range Avenue. I don't know. Chapel, Uptown. You got options. What else is training? Traps and other. So your surveillance cameras. Their range is getting a little bigger. From 7 meters to 8 meters. Very nice. The trail cameras, which I believe are just a Nathapon exclusive, are... which, I mean, can you drop them for your teammates? Infiltration reveal range from 4 meters to 3. So these trail cameras are getting nerfed a little bit. I'm not sure what infiltration reveal range. That was in the last patch when Nathapon came out. Telephoto, and I forgot. Telephoto cameras are going from a vision range of 13 to 12. So also becoming less effective. A lot of movers today. Mastery. Area archery range is getting surveillance cameras, which you can find in Archery Range, School Avenue, Hospital, Cemetery, Dock, and Uptown. The ones in Archery Range, you are now getting less surveillance cameras in Archery Range, more bows. Gonna get more bows in archery range. I mean, it is an archery range. Forest. You're getting some snares. So these guys right here. Snares, you're getting more snares in forest. No, you're getting less snares. And one less snare in forest. And one more short spear in forest. So it looks like this, a short spear. One more short spear in forest, also found in pawn, temple. T-mode damage adjustments. We can just kind of look over it really quick. Recovery damage taken from 100 to 95. Not entirely sure. Recovery taken 100 to 95%. Yeah, I'm not sure what recovery means. Damage taken. Jackie's taking more damage, so she's being adjusted because Axe Jackie's pretty strong. Oh, the recovery damage. So from her D skill, how much she'll get from it. So instead of 100, she'll only get 95. Nathan Pop is damage dealt. It's getting weaker in team modes. Rapier Fiora, which is what I play, damage taken in squads is going up. Great. Fantastic. She's taking more damage. I love it. Leon Glove, he is damage dealt in duos. He is doing less damage. Damage taken in squads. He is taking more damage. Take a look at this list. If you play any of these characters, just be aware, especially if you play duos and squads. If you don't, you only play normals, and no big deal. Let's read through the bug fixes and improvements really quickly. Wait, let me see how far away this is. See how much time I have. Get directions. Indy 06. 18 minutes. I think we have time. Entering stasis now blocks all interactions with... Whoa. Entering stasis now blocks all interactions with the target. Not sure what stasis is. Knockback skills with shorter durations no longer cancel longer airborne effects. Okay. Security consoles will no longer grant vision inside certain buildings and alley. Interesting. The skill order for saved plans will properly be displayed in-game. Oh. Okay. I guess we'll see. I have noticed that people don't really fill out the skill order in saved plans, but maybe they will, because it's now more prevalent. Tree of Life overlay will no longer remain during the game. Oh, okay. Yeah, when you press F8, the little Tree of Life thing would just hang out. It was there. We saw it in the last stream. Okay. The hide nickname function is now correctly applied to dead characters and wild animals. The tooltip for Claymore stun time is now displayed correctly. Foods will no longer be usable during Hyperloop after use animation. I eat there a lot, actually. I'll open the Hyperloop, I'll hit the buttons, and then the animation will start, and then I'll drink an SP item. Because I'm thinking, well, I just used SP to teleport. I have time. I have time to think. Let me just be prepared when I enter my next area. That is going to affect me. Not very much, though. EMP drone effects will be properly applied even when 2 EMPs are used consecutively. Okay. Collecting materials that exceed the max stack, allowing it will no longer cause the remainder of the materials to disappear. Oh, okay. That sounds like a pretty big bug. The map will no longer display Wickline after she's killed. Good. The map font sizes for items will no longer change randomly. Voice lines when discovering an enemy's corpse will no longer trigger when teammate is killed. In team modes, when using the option to hide the chat UI in-game, the in-game chat option will no longer turn on by itself when the system message is displayed. Okay, toggling the information F8 will no longer display used revive terminals. Okay, gotcha. equipped items on the scoreboard will no longer be draggable. Why would you want to drag them? Okay. Wild items will now act correctly to their aggro gauge. There's an aggro gauge? Jesus. The mouse icon will not display air supplies as opened when the command was canceled midway. Okay. And reconnecting to the match will no longer display 99 for weapon mastery levels and skills. All right, cool. And then we have some character improvements. Nathapon, his W effect will be displayed properly when used inside objects like boxes and trees. Oh, he's got a good bunch of changes. Let's check out my characters. I don't know. Read your character specific information if you want to know how they have changed. Razi, Easy Shot, or Q dash can no longer be used when silent, rooted, or polymorphed or dancing. Okay, that's a little nerf right there. It's a fix, but you know. That's the only character here I play. Lobby improvements. When typing in the saved plan description, a scroll bar will no longer drop to the bottom regardless of the mouse's cursor position. Duo squad shows team colors options. Text will correctly display in the options. Show team colors option. Okay. In the character selection screen, if you unselect your character at the last second of the first countdown, you will no longer be able to change your character during the second countdown. So I guess that was a little bug. You could unselect someone and still change your character during the second countdown. Okay. The numbers for mouse sensitivity will be displayed correctly. Saved plans for the 6 slot or after will be displayed correctly during the save selection plan. Product details, pop-ups, and emote stores will be correctly displayed when having insufficient NP, and the invalid friend request will no longer be displayed when pushing the accept friend request button at the same time. If 2 people hit the friend request button at the same time on each other, it messes up. Tutorial improvement, Chapter 3. Waiting for the crafting tutorial. After already crafting all items will no longer display Hyperloop guide at the same time. Chapter 3, using Hyperloop while the crafting tutorial displayed will no longer display the item looting guide at the same time. Okay. And that's it. These are our Season 3 patch notes. Guys, I'm excited to play with you guys. I'm excited to play with our new hero. Is he in the game right now? Collection. He is in the game right now. Looking like a little fucking monster. Damn. This guy looks like he hurts. I can't wait. High difficulty skilled character. Really high damage. Has some good crowd control and good movement. His support is not so good. His defense is actually not so good. So, but thank you everybody for coming by this stream while we take a look at the patch notes for Season 3. I appreciate everybody, and I hope this was able to help you. If it didn't help you at all, that's okay, because it helped me out. And that's the whole point of eternally returning to learn or return. I'm trying to get better at the game. And once I am, when I feel solid in my information base, we'll make a new series where I try to give the most accurate information as opposed to me just kind of trying to figure it out on my own and guessing. But anyways, hey, this is it's a brand new day. Go out, have a great rest of your day, and aim high and reach a beastly level. Thanks, Extreme Wolf. See you later, everybody. Peace. Wait, hold on. We do this every single time. Real quick, let me just see if anybody's watching. And if anybody is, we'll do a raid. We'll raid out of here. And if anybody is, we'll do a raid. We got one person. We'll raid out of here. It's me. Probably watching the stream. All right. Well, no worries. Check out my Twitch channel.